Welcome to Two Geeks Current Events podcast with Shaw and Jim. In today's episode, we're diving into a powerful and controversial question. How do the poor stay poor? We'll break down the government policies that may be reinforcing cycles of poverty and why so many people feel stuck in a system that's hard to escape. We'll also take a closer look at César Chávez, once widely celebrated, now suddenly criticized, and explore what led to this rapid shift in perception, along with what his legacy means today. And throughout the conversation, keep this image in mind: an EBT card moving along a conveyor belt, a stark symbol of a system that, for many, feels less like a safety net and more like a loop that never ends. Let's get into it.
Hi, Jim.
Hello, Sean.
How are you?
I am doing well.
It's been an interesting month.
It's been an interesting week.
Interesting week. Welcome back to Two Geeks Current Events. I am Shaw.
I am Jim.
And we're just going to have a regular talk, no script, no scripting, just the way people normally talk. And hopefully you find beneficial from two different minds, from different worlds, different countries.
Different religions, different bringing
talk,
up.
How we discuss things and find common ground to the things that are happening in our society in America. I think this last 2 weeks, one of the things that shocked Los Angeles was César Chávez.
Oh boy.
I like to call him the communist, but he was a revolutionary about farm workers.
Yeah.
That did not like illegals.
No, he didn't.
And he used to call the Mexicans. I'm going to let you say it because I'm not Mexican, so I don't want people to get upset at me. What did he call the Mexicans that came over the border? What did he call them?
Illegales?
No, the other thing. It's a little derogatory. Something back.
You got me on that one. Oh, you mean wetbacks. You mean like wops without papers.
He used to call these people that, and I'm not going to say it because I don't want my Mexican friends to get upset at me, or you people in the YouTube get upset at me. So I let a Mexican say it. That way it's kosher, halal, But it's amazing that his movement actually did not like illegal farm workers.
No, because it watered down the farm workers.
The pay, the everything, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And just overnight, Dolores suddenly came out and said the guy took advantage of me and raped me and had 2 kids with me.
40 years later.
40 years later.
Yeah.
How do they, like this lady, for 40 years, keep that a secret, but at the same time, in the last 40 years, praise him in everything she did?
And everything he did, yeah.
How is that possible?
Yeah. It's an interesting question. And the other question that I have is, why is it that after 40 years, this woman comes out and all of a sudden he's pariah?
Overnight.
Yeah.
Like within 24 hours.
Within 24 hours, he's a pariah.
His statues were taken down.
Yeah.
His murals were being defaced.
His day was gone.
We even, within 24 hours, Mayor Bass declared his day not to be César Chávez Day anymore.
Not anymore.
Are they going to take away the boulevard too? César
Probably.
Chávez? I mean, these liberals, they like to backstab each other so quick.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, they just there is no due process. But what's also fascinating to me that Dolores, the accuser, eventually had 4 kids with the brother.
Isn't that typical?
But how do you say hey mija, your brother raped me twice. I had 2 kids, but I liked him so much. You look like him, so let me have
more with you.
Was that the conversation? How do you go back to your brother's rapist and have 4 kids with them?
Yeah. Liberal mentality is very interesting. I just don't get it.
I mean,
my brain just doesn't have that.
I mean, day after day, as it was coming out, it got more bizarre. And did you know that she actually has like 13 kids?
Really?
Yeah, from like 4 different men.
Yeah, figures. Ay.
And finally, the last 4 was with the brother. Talk about keeping it in the family, right?
Yeah. Why not?
Okay, Jim.
This way they'll all look alike.
Let me put it this way. Okay, for me personally, let's say if my brother was dating a woman and had kids with her, right? And then many years later, that woman, I mean, of course, because of the kids, I'm around the family. I couldn't see myself having a relationship and 4 kids with my brother's ex. I mean, like, I couldn't even take off.
Even after he died.
Yeah, like, I couldn't see myself, like, you know what? Let's keep it in the family and go in the bedroom and take off my... Because at first I would, like, laugh, like, oh, this is funny. Like, I couldn't do it. Can you do that?
No. There would be too much. No, there's too much between me and my brother, and then me and her. No,
The one thing I can do, I could be
a good uncle.
A good uncle, like an extended father figure,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the extent I'll do it. And if she needs my help around the house, you know what, I'll help you. But I don't think I could find myself sexually available or attracted to my brother's ex.
No, but what's interesting is that there are several known liberals that have. Wasn't the
Who?
Biden's son one of them?
Oh, that's right. Biden's son. That's correct.
Isn't Gavin another one?
That's right. So it is a thing in the liberal side. Okay, any liberals,
why make it go to waste?
Any liberals watching this, comment below. Tell us, is this a liberal thing that you
or are we just
with your
working up the
brother's
wrong
ex to sleep with you? And if you're a conservative, you can comment below. Would you do it? The question is, I can't do it.
I can't
Jim
either.
do it. So, would you do it, and why would you do it? Right?
Yeah, exactly. Why would you do it? I don't think there's a why. I think it's more of just hormones.
But it's too close. I mean, there's so many women in LA. Why would you even? I mean, Dolores is not even a looker.
No. This is what's crazy. I mean, it does. With a guy, if she says yes, the possibilities of him saying yes to are about 99%.
Do you think she had like a high sex drive? Having 13 kids?
It's hard to understand because I don't understand women to begin with.
Let me put it this way to you. Would you give women a pass if they have a high sex drive?
Would I give a woman a pass?
If she has a high sex drive.
Why not take it out on that one guy that she loves?
That's the problem.
Yeah, that's my question.
The problem...
I have a high sex drive and I didn't go around fooling around for 48 years.
Well, the problem with a lot of women, and probably a lot of men too, is that what happens with a man, I could speak from a man's point of view, is that once the woman starts saying no, right, then he has this high sex drive, so he's like, okay, you're saying no, these people are saying yes. Where a woman ultimately, it's very intimidating for a woman that wants to fuck twice a day to a man. The man's gonna be like, hey, what the fuck's wrong with you? Again? Right? Because we like to chase. We don't want to be the prey.
Yeah.
Right? We want to ask.
Well, we're hunters to begin with. We're not the gatherers. The women are the gatherers.
And as soon as a woman starts chasing the man, they kind of get turned off or they don't want it anymore.
Exactly. As a matter of fact, it was funny because one girlfriend I had decided she was going to be all sexy. And I swear, I got turned off so fast.
You're like, what the hell are you doing?
Exactly. I couldn't figure it out.
Now, if you asked her to to wear this or put that on,
Oh no, that's
you would have been
different.
different, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
See?
Uh-huh.
That's the thing, is that as soon as a woman starts acting a little aggressively, we start questioning it like, what's going on?
Yeah.
What did you
And
do
and
today?
the other thing that gets me too is that all these women that want to have a one night stand is like, how many others will you have a one night stand with?
Everybody.
I mean, if you're saying yes to me, you'll say yes to anybody.
Well, that's the thing. As soon as you cross a line, right, then it becomes okay. You're like, oh, that wasn't that bad, right? Then you cross another line. Then,
Yeah.
oh, that wasn't so bad. It's like, for example, when you shoplift, right?
Hmm.
You shoplift a piece of gum.
Yeah, and that was easy.
It's like, okay, the 7-Eleven only lost 50 cents.
Yeah.
Okay, then you go back the next week and steal a candy bar. Well, that's $1. They make a lot of money, right? So this goes on till you becomes a big item until you get caught. Then you're like, well, I mean, what did I do wrong?
Yeah.
I didn't hurt anybody. I didn't kill anybody.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, you hurt yourself, first of all, and you hurt the business owner, right? Because you stole from his livelihood.
Yeah.
Every dollar you steal from a business owner, that's $1 that he lost, right?
Which is $1 that he could have compensated somebody else with.
That's right. And it goes on and on and on. So, yeah, this guy, César Chávez, I mean, his legacy has been tarnished. And
all by a woman that decided after 40 years to say that he was sexually advanced without her saying yes.
Yeah.
But if if it was reversed, there would have been no problem.
Well, if it was reversed, first of all, the guy wouldn't complain. Okay, the guy wouldn't complain. And if he did complain, the man will sit there like, what's the problem again? like, Cesar, wait a second. When you're telling me when you were like doing this, women were coming on to you, pulling down your pants and like having sex with you? Like, yeah, they took advantage of me. And the guys will be like, so what seems to be the problem? Because a guy cannot understand, what are you talking about? Like, okay.
How is that a problem?
No, and here's the thing. And then your guy friend says, well, Cesar, you had 2 kids with her. Yeah? So how the hell did you stick around if she was constantly, taking advantage of you? Why did you have kids? Right? That's why they say that, like in America, we have about 100,000 rapes get reported every year.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always women reporting to the police that they got raped or taken advantage of sexually. Mm-hmm. But there's zero males that report rape from women.
Not even high schools.
They will not report it.
No, they'll have sex with their teacher.
Yeah.
And they'll never say a word to anybody other than their friends.
No, they'll say, yeah, but it's like, one time I had extra homework, and the extra homework was she was giving me a BJ. And the guys were like, hell yeah, man, good for you. God, I had her class. She didn't like me, But men, imagine a man calling the police station and saying, 2 liberal women came and raped me. And the police guy will be like, who is this? Okay, hold on 1 second, okay? Hey guys, come listen to this. Okay, so can you repeat that again? Yeah, 2 girls came into my house or my office and they took advantage of one, held me down, the other one like raped me, and then after that they didn't go around, so I gave them some water, and then they raped me again, and now they left, and I'm so violated. And everybody, all the police station were like, what address is this? And what do they look like? Take the description down. All right, we're going to go look for these women. And you'll see cops looking for these women, not to arrest them.
No.
Just to invite them to the police station.
Exactly.
Okay? That's why men, Oh, did you see The Bachelorette?
No.
Okay, so The Bachelorette, She has a kid. She's divorced, and ABC made a show, The Bachelorette, to come out. Right a week before it was going to be aired, the video came out that she was assaulting the boyfriend or the ex-husband,
Oh, beating him up?
hitting him, throwing chairs at
Wow.
him, and he kept saying, "Stop hitting me. This is abuse." Like saying it, right? And then he calls the police, and then the police comes and tells her to leave. She takes her stuff. Anyways, ABC knew about this, but they didn't think the video will ever come out.
Uh-huh.
Well, the video comes out, and the show is canceled because it was like, oh my God, we didn't know, but they knew. And ABC was going to let this woman get married to somebody, knowing the fact that she abused his men, right? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
But flip it around.
you switch that around, you catch me
Yeah.
with a video hitting a woman, blah, blah, blah. She keeps saying, "Stop, this is abuse, your kid is here, da, 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 da.
Mhm.
Oh my God, I'll be like this." That's the exact same thing with César Chávez,
Yeah.
right? That show was canceled, but nobody's calling her a bitch.
No.
Nobody is telling that she needs to be this or pay whatever, go to jail, right? Nothing.
No.
But César Chávez, here's the problem I have with César Chávez. Let's say he did it. I don't know if he did it, but let's just say he did it. Why wait 40 years?
Yeah, exactly.
And why wait when he's dead? Because he cannot defend himself.
And not only that, he's been made into a national hero
God,
because
he's
of
like
what
a
he
god
did.
in LA.
Because of what he did for the farm workers, and all of a sudden now he's trash.
Yeah. He in LA,
makes no sense.
César Chávez is God. We have street named after him. We
Yeah.
got schools named after him. We got a César Chávez Day that the state pays employees not to come to work. That's how big this guy was.
Yeah.
But now all that is gone because a woman claims that he took advantage of her,
Mhm.
and he's dead, so he can't defend himself. So
Talking about women that get taken advantage of, let's talk about Lyndon Baines Johnson and his attack on poverty.
you mean the President Johnson?
President Johnson,
His welfare system?
his attack on poverty. That was his motto. I am going to fix poverty.
Now, you were in America when he came up with the policy?
Yeah, I was.
76?
Yeah.
76? What was exactly the situation at that time when he implemented that?
Well, basically, there were a lot of people that were having issues with survival. And, I mean, that's like typical. There's always going to be the poor. And so his idea was that we're going to make it easier for the poor to get a living, especially if they have kids. So if you have kids, we will give you $3,000 so that you will survive with your kid. Now that gave, and then the only thing that they had to be is that there was no other working person in the family.
Okay. So no fathers.
No fathers.
Okay.
So all of a sudden, that opened up the whole idea to these women.
Yeah.
Well, if one kid gives me $3,000, what if I have 3 kids or 6 kids or
Correct.
8 kids?
Correct.
You're saying that César Chávez's girl got 13?
Yeah.
I wonder if she's on welfare.
I don't know, but she probably was.
One time or
I don't
another.
think she ever worked. Since the organization was a thing, I think
Yeah.
she was on a salary from the organization.
Yeah,
So,
so
how you have kids, you pop them up because you're not working.
and that becomes a teaching tool for your next generation of kids.
Generational poverty.
Yeah.
But when I went to Big Bear 2 months ago for skiing, so when you come out, there's signs there, and it says, "Do not feed wildlife." Okay, so
Duh.
the reason why you do not want to feed wildlife is because the bears, the cats, the hawks, whatever a predator will stop hunting.
Yeah, and then they'll start hunting you.
No. They just start hunting and they just wait for you to come
and give them the food.
Animals are creatures of habit.
Yeah.
Right? There's food here every day at 3 o'clock. So every day they'll show up, eat, and go. They won't even bother you as long as you throw food, right?
Feed a cat.
Yeah.
And you got a cat for life.
And so when they say that, do not feed the wildlife, because when wildlife stop hunting, the rodent population, the rabbit
Explodes.
population, the other creatures population that is food for the predators gets bigger and bigger, and now the ecology of big bear will collapse because now you got to start shooting them, right?
Yeah, because now you get overpopulated and now they become a threat.
We have the same problem. We had the same problem in not Yosemite. What's that place? Yellowstone.
Yeah.
Yellowstone, they got rid of a bunch of wolves.
They got rid of all the wolves,
right?
practically.
And then the population of wild boars, deer, exploded to the point that
it was killing the
ecology. So what they did was they introduced
wolves back. Yeah.
And now it's a balance. Nature found a balance because they are meat for the wolves, and the wolves keep,
And the thing that made the difference is that now the deer and all of the other food items for the wolves are now hiding in the bushes and not eating the grasses.
That's right. They're also because it's a checks and balances.
And it's allowing the grasses to grow back into normal.
And so with the welfare system here in America, I'll be honest, I know people from my country that is my age, and they've been in welfare since they're in high school.
I can't.
And one of the things that is that it has done to them is they become, not only they're poor in a sense, forget about poor material-wise, they become poor mentally.
Yeah.
Because
they don't want to work for anything.
And let me bring that to the religious aspect of this, okay? And I'll give you my perspective from an Islamic point of view, and then you could chime in from a Christian. Okay, I believe that God is looking down on us, right?
Mm-hmm.
And looking down on every person on the planet. It wasn't poor or rich. So I'm going to pick the poor right now. The poor, not all of them, but majority of them, constantly want a handout. Yep. Gimme. They get the money, they get the food, they sit in the corner of the house, bitching and moaning, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then always complaining that the rich does this, they're not doing
and why come they don't giving us some of their money?
I feel like by constantly doing that, God is punishing you. Because you have 2 eyes, 2 arms, 2 legs, you're healthy, your back doesn't hurt. What's keeping you from going and toiling the earth for something, some substance, some money to come towards you? Because doing nothing gets you nothing.
Yeah.
Doing something at least gets you something. And honestly, I don't have a lot of work coming to the office every day.
No.
But you know what it does to me? It makes me productive. I feel good about myself.
And not only that, it gives you the time to learn more about what you were doing.
It makes me social.
Yeah.
I solve problems. People call me. There's a lot of times I don't even charge people. I'm like, that's not
exactly.
I already know the answer.
Yeah. So I'll get you next time.
What do you think from a Christian point of view?
I feel exactly the same way. I feel that the Lord is watching us, and He knew that there was always going to be poor.
Yeah.
And He even said so when He was here. The poor will always be there. So there's nothing we can do about them. And when there's nothing, the only thing that we can do is support our religious organizations that help them, not the government. The government is the wrong place to help these people with, because the government is nothing more than a bureaucratic machine to make money for themselves.
The one thing I like about the government, what they do is they say, let us raise your taxes. We need $100 million. And then they take 50 million of that, hire a consulting group to study why we have to give money to the poor.
Yeah.
In what fucking planet do we need a consulting group to help the poor?
I tend to give to charities that more than 90% goes to the end product.
Yeah.
If you give $1 to the government, by the time it gets to the end product, it's 10 cents.
Yeah. No. at that. Or they know. Not only that, they'll come back and say, we need to tax you $5
because we need to
this 10
increase it.
cents,
Yeah.
you know, economy.
And then we're going to get another committee to make sure that that money is raised properly.
That's right. Consulting. We need to make a $1 million website so people can access to see what their rights are.
And where they're giving their money to.
Jim, honestly, if I'm poor and I go ask for money and help, I don't give a fuck what my rights are. Give me the money.
Yeah, give me the money.
Right? I mean, reality is, here's one thing from a refugee to this country. I think the poor in America is a choice.
But poverty has always been a choice.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is,
I mean, unless you are crippled or in some manner that you can't do something, but even people with wheelchairs are productive people.
No, but even, okay, I'm talking about America. America, we have so many opportunities, right? There is free education, right? There's programs to make sure you have a roof over your head.
Yeah.
There's programs to make sure you have food in your stomach.
And if you get sick, you can go to the emergency room and nobody cares. Somebody will pay for it.
So if that's the case, you have so much time, you can actually get a trade and work.
As a matter of fact, trades make more. It's just as much money as professionals these days.
And it's a steady job.
Yeah. And it's a steady paycheck.
You know, a few years ago, this is like 20 years ago, I had a regular FedEx guy, Stanley. His name was Stanley. Tattoos everywhere, but when he talked, he was the nicest guy. So one day he comes in, he goes, okay, this is my last day. It was nice knowing you. I'm moving to Las Vegas. I'm like, oh, you took a FedEx job? He goes, no. In the last 8 months, I've been studying welding. And it's going to pay me triple what FedEx is going to pay me. I'm like, what? Triple? And imagine, 20 years ago, triple what FedEx was paying. FedEx was paying him $50,000 a year. And he had to drive around, deliver packages. Okay. So he was going to Vegas, and he was going to make $150,000 a year as a union worker doing welding.
Yeah.
And that was a starting salary.
Well, it's like there was an old joke that a woman calls a plumber, and the plumber comes in 15 minutes later, he's fixed everything, and so he hands her a bill for $180. And he's, my God, that's as much as my doctor charges. Mm-hmm. Says, I know, I used to be one.
Going back to that charging, right? That is correct. So last week I told you I saw this pediatrician doctor calls me that one of their laptops went dead, and I told him, why don't you call your regular guy? He's like, oh, I'm trying to get rid of him. I inherited that other guy. What is that? I said, well, I could clone your hard drive. Could be bad. I could pop it into a similar hard drive. That way everything is there. And he goes, well, how much do you charge for that? I said, well, either you buy the laptop or I buy the laptop, but my labor is $300. So he said, oh, how come that much? I said, well, because I've been doing this for 25 years and I know what's going to happen when I do it, and I could fix it right away, and then I come pick it up and bring it back to you, show you for an hour. I said, technically, I'm working like for 5-6 hours, but 300 is nothing, right? So he said, okay, let's do it. So this morning I delivered it to him, and I asked him, I said, why are you trying to get rid of the other guy, right? I mean, because he goes, oh, we're trying to save cost, and I get it, the insurance is not paying them a lot, so a lot of doctors are in the same situation. So I said, well, how much is he charging you a month, can I ask? And he said, $300 a month. And I'm like, that's an excellent price.
Yeah.
He's like, it is? I said, yeah. He goes, well, how much would you charge me? I said, if I had a contract with you with all these machines, my price would be $800 a month. And he looked at me like I'm crazy. And I said, the reason why you should stick with it, and here's me as a competitor telling the doctor, stick with your current guy, because he already knows your office, and he's been working in this office for so many years. And I personally don't want to take anybody's job unless that person they don't get along with, that's not my problem. But if it's just price, I told the doctor, stick with your guy because he knows it. Because I'm going to be a lot higher. And
not only that, you're going to have to relearn everything.
I have to relearn
and you
everything.
have to charge him for relearning it.
And then I have to understand what their behavior is, what kind of attitude they have. And, stop getting into a contract with somebody. But again, I am able to do that because I have a skill set that I could do that, right?
Yeah.
I don't choose to be poor. I choose to be okay or better than okay. And how do I do that? Is to have a skill set. And I'm still learning every day. So the welfare system, honestly, Jim, if you give me $3,000-$4,000 a month, do you think I'm going to look for any clients?
No,
what do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to come here every day
and just
making videos,
drinking
cigars, and call, hey Jim, what's going on? Talk to you. I'll be your best friend. Anytime you want to hang out, no problem.
Well, we do that anyway,
no? But you're giving me money. It's special. They say that apologizing to women gets you 50% off the hook. Okay? This goes, men, listen to this, okay? Apologizing to women gets you 50% off the hook, okay? But if you apologize and at the same time put $100 in her pocket, that gets you 90% off the hook. You're not off the hook. You're just 10% in. I gotta take that 10%. And guess what? I start practicing that. If I'm apologizing.
Well, you know that there was 3 days to get a woman. The first day, you're right, honey. Uh-huh. The second day, you're right, honey. Uh-huh. The third day, I was wrong, honey.
That's right. No. It doesn't matter if you're right. You're always wrong.
Yep.
Okay? You're always wrong. Doesn't matter. So, you know what? That's how these... the women are. I know it. Have you ever heard a woman apologize sincerely?
Actually, only once.
No, but like on a constant basis, not right. No. Like you were the problem for her to get mad at you.
Yeah, well, the only time I ever heard that is because I had just had back surgery and
so you were in the hospital?
No, I was at home. I had just gotten home.
But you were in bed?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she pissed me off enough that I just walked out and went to my mom's.
Okay. And then
she came over to my mom's and apologized.
But this is like you needed help.
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
I had a corset.
I'm telling you, okay? Women do not apologize.
No.
Yeah. So that's fine.
About the only thing it could have changed is me dying in the middle.
Then she'd be like, oh, I'm so sorry you died. I didn't mean to kill you.
Yeah, I didn't mean for you to run out and get into an accident and die.
You just had a surgery and I was a bad woman.
Yeah,
no,
I got in my car and drove.
Yeah. No, women are,
Oh, they're funny creatures.
Yeah. And I wonder, okay, so let's say if a couple is in welfare, right? And she gets upset. How does he apologize if you're in that situation? You already fucked up. Does apology help with that? So I have coined a term for people in America that choose to be poor.
Okay.
Chronic poor.
The liberals won't like it.
That's what it is. Chronic poor. You choose to be chronically poor.
Yeah.
I
think the only good thing that came out of all of this wokeness is that they termed a phrase that makes sense, and it's called the Karens.
Oh my God. Tell me about Karens.
Yeah. And if you look at it, most Democrats are Karens.
Yeah.
Listen to Hakeem Jeffries right now.
No.
Complaining that DHS should pay TSA.
The one I like is Karens will say, it's not their fault that they're poor.
No, it never.
Okay.
No, it never. Nothing is ever their fault.
It's not their fault that they're poor. It's not their fault that they have no money. It's
No.
not their fault that they have no education. The system made them have no education.
Mhm.
So I tell this to all my, I mean, I wasn't born here. I came as a refugee. I went to a very bad school, but 80-90% of my classmates did not make it. I mean, they didn't get a college degree.
Mhm.
Some of them are probably in welfare, and I see them on Facebook constantly every weekend. The same losers are hanging around, drinking beer, and they do this with their beer. They hold it up in the camera and take a selfie.
Mhm.
Like their life is based on the bottle of beer that they bought on a weekend.
Yeah, that's a shame.
You know?
It's a real shame that it's gotten to this point.
Yeah, it's like, oh my God.
And if you can blame anybody, you can blame the Democrats for trying to fix poverty.
Well, we gave everybody in California a raise 3 years ago. Gavin Newsom implemented the $20 minimum wage for fast food chains.
And now you wonder why your hamburger is $11.
Hamburger, Big Mac is $9.99.
Mm-hmm.
A value meal is $13.99.
If you're lucky.
And not only it raised the price, if you go to McDonald's, there is nobody working there in the front.
Not
You
anymore.
have to order through the app or through the kiosk,
Yeah.
and then you get a number and your food is prepared. But they're also moving towards automation. Okay, guess what?
There's an automated McDonald's.
There is?
Yeah,
Okay,
where
I haven't seen it.
there is no employees except one.
I haven't seen it. But guess what? Wendy's did. Wendy's last month introduced Anna. Who's Anna? Is their best employee. Anna works in every Wendy's restaurant. Anna keeps track of the employees, keeps track of orders, keeps track of the upsell, keeps track of inventory, cleanliness, it scans. So they introduced. So Anna, it tracks everything in Wendy's. And guess what Anna's been doing?
Firing people.
No, complaining and
She's complaining.
complaining and also complaining like this employee didn't do this.
Uh-huh.
This spot, this corner wasn't cleaned properly. And it's so efficient that now everybody that's working at Wendy's is like on alert. So this is the first phase of a good employee. Basically, AI is a good employee. Works for the owner. Is going to report unbiased. Like, okay, is your job to clean everything? Yes. Did you miss a spot? Yes. Why did you miss a spot? Because no one's looking, right? There's nobody telling you. You go clean, and you just do what you can. And so this is going to make people that have no skills work in places that have AI constantly watching you, and either you step it up or you're going to be constantly fired from your job.
Well, what I don't understand is why are we paying people this much money when the jobs that we're talking about should be for the kids to learn how to work?
That's correct. The reason being is at some point in America, we were okay with people dropping off from school, not showing up.
Mm-hmm.
And then what happened is we do not force these kids to get a high school degree, a diploma, or at least go to college. And because there is no
there's no training anymore in schools.
training anymore, and we create little babies in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Also, here's the problem. Also, like the generation that comes here from another country, they work hard, and because they work hard, they want their kids to not suffer as much as they did. And by doing that, buy them everything, the kids become lazy or ungrateful, entitled. So they're like, well, dad gave me everything, mom gave me everything. Instead of saying, well, I'm not going to give you everything, you better work for it, get an education, or be on top of a kid, get your education. You say it till you're blue and purple in the face, And they're like, shit, I'll just get a degree just to get a degree. And you know what? After that, if you're still a loser, then you're a loser. But there's nothing you can do.
There's nothing you can do.
But at least you got them the kind of education. Because, education's not for everybody. Honestly.
Well, obviously, it wasn't for me because I quit my junior year.
For a lot of people, a college degree, all it is the paper that allows people to open the door for you. Basically says they have a certain amount of understanding of the world.
But what does liberal arts do for you? I mean, what kind of a job can you get with liberal arts?
Maybe work at a newspaper somewhere. I don't know.
I don't understand a lot of these so-called degrees. I mean, they don't make sense to me.
You know what they should do? If you get an education and you can't find a job, the school should refund you your tuition.
Your tuition, yeah.
Because then at that point, if you're going for a liberal arts degree, the school says, "Oh, we don't offer that."
Yeah.
Because they know that you're not going to get.
You're not going to get a job,
or
you're not going to pay your loans back.
The one I really like, I think I'm going to take this, Jim, because I need to understand the liberal mentality. And I'm not trying to laugh, but I really want to get a PhD in gender studies. Okay, then you can't fuck with me because I'll be like, Jim, I have a PhD in gender studies.
What gender are you?
Okay, on that note,
on the 74, which one are you?
Yeah. On that note. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, comment, and we'll catch you next time. I'm Shaw.
I'm Jim.
Bye.
Bye.
Hope you enjoyed this episode of Two Geeks Current Events podcast with Shaw and Jim. Please take a moment to support this channel and subscribe. Thank you again for your time.